A very good evening. Leading our bulletin tonight, visa changes. There will be some new changes for New Zealand's visa application process. BCN News was able to get information from the Office of the New Zealand High Commission at Tapeo. Reporter Esther Pavihi has the details.
From the 1st of October 2019, you will not be able to travel to New Zealand if you do not have a visa or a New Zealand Electronic Authority, also known as NZ-ETA. You must have an NZ-ETA to pass through Auckland International Airport as a transit passenger on the way to another country, if you are from a visa waiver or transit visa waiver country. Most Pacific countries are on the transit visa waiver list. You may also have to pay an International Visitor Conservation and Tourism Levy. The levy costs 35 New Zealand dollars and is paid at the same time as the NZ-ETA. From the 1st of October 2019, if you are from a visa waiver country, you must hold an NZ-ETA before you travel. An NZ-ETA request will cost you $9 on the application on your mobile phone, or $12 if completed online. Allow up to 72 hours for processing, but it could take as little or as short as 10 minutes. For more information, visit the New Zealand Immigration website.
There is hope for abandoned and derelict cars and waste in Niue with a multi-million-dollar regional funding. The Global Environment Fund, through their island scheme, will be injecting $20 million through their implementing agency's PrEP. BCN reporter Fiafia Rex is in Fiji this week at the Global Environment Fund Forum and filed this story. According to her report, this fund will provide hope for small islands with a major challenge of ridding the island of large waste such as old heavy machinery, and is part of the Regional Waste Management Program and a Cleaner Pacific scheme. Abandoned old heavy machinery and derelict vehicles is an issue for Niue as they are seen around the island, and in some cases, these old vehicles have been taken to the bush out of sight. The $20 million fund is specifically targeted towards the management of chemicals and waste in Pacific Island countries. The Department of Environment will be the implementing agency in Niue. The Director of Environment, Hayden Talangi, was at the forum in Fiji, and he says that the planning process has already started so as to expedite this type of funding for Niue. The Chief of Police says he also shares the public concern over the increasing number of feral dogs on the island. Chief Tony Edwards says that while the police department is responsible for enforcing the legal requirements to register dogs on the island, the public must understand that the growing number of feral dogs is a community issue, not solely a police matter.
The Chief of Police said that the police will commence with the culling of unregistered dogs by shooting them, but he says some people do not want to shoot the dogs, but rather have them euthanized. The Chief of Police says that this issue must be dealt with by all stakeholders, including the dog owners, the village councils, the Animal Husbandry Division of the Department of Agriculture, Forestry and Fisheries, NGOs, and of course with the help of the visiting rock vets. Meanwhile, the Niue Tourism Director Felicity Boland, in a statement to BCN News, says that the Niue Tourism continues to be deeply concerned with the dog control problems on the island, especially as we move into the high season. She says that they do not want a repeat of last year when several visitors were viciously attacked while out for a morning run. She says that dogs roaming loose also pose considerable threat to our children. She said that the recent meeting between stakeholders, including the Chief of Police, the New Zealand High Commission, the Department of Agriculture, Forestry and Fisheries, the Chamber of Commerce and the rock vets, they urged the Niue Police to take a much stronger measures for dog control going forward. This is Esther Pavihi for BCN News.
The director of Niue's USP campus, Seone Lolesio, is awaiting word on the renewal of his contract. Lolesio took up the post of director of USP Niue campus on a 12-month appointment.
I was appointed only for 12 months, which was expired on the 17th of this month. And I'm still waiting for the renewal of the contract. And also I have got interviewed And I'm very happy that I have the support of the Minister for Social Services, Honourable Billy Talangi.
Reflecting on his 12 months, Lole Sio says the highlights have been the increase in enrollment at the campus and increase in awareness about what USP has to offer. He says it has been a personal challenge making the transition from the classroom to management. Lole Sio is a former lecturer in economics. Lack of facilities and labour shortage have also been a challenge with only 2 full-time staff and a part-time staff at the campus. He says he hopes it's an issue the USP management at the Laucala campus can look into. Lole Sio has also overseen the introduction of new courses which are taught face-to-face at the campus, including the Certificate in Vangahau Niue, Certificate 4 in Accounting, Postgrad Diploma in Pacific Studies, and the Masters in Business Administration program. If his contract is renewed, Lole Sio aims to work on making the campus an exemplifier of higher education in line with USP's 2019 to 2024 strategic plan for regional campuses.
First is to beautify the place. I want the place, when the student comes here, they feel they are in a university environment. I want to make this place as different from better than the primary school. I can look across. The primary school here is much more in a better condition than USP. It's a university, so we should have the facilities and the staff here equal to the level of a university. So that is my the first thing I'm thinking of doing in the next 3 years. Once the place is being beautified, and I will look at getting more programs that will make students to come here and attracted to the place. And also I will look at other, especially the community continuing education. So have more engagement with the community of Niue at village level.
And finally, Niue's lawn bowling team formally celebrated their victory in an event last night, paying special tribute to their family members, supporters, and Niue. The event was held at the bowling club at Funuakula. The lawn bowlers won Niue's first gold medal in the Pacific Games this year. The women's team also won silver, while the men's bowling team won bronze. The team members all spoke of their experiences and thanked their families and friends for their continued support to the Niue Lawn Bowls.
I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to this wonderful country for giving me the opportunity to be here, to live here. And I want to say a big thank you to the bowling club for letting me, for giving me the opportunity to play. And I really mean that, Des, because your leadership, your strength has got us here today.
Congratulations to the team that went to Gold Coast. It's not easy. We were all self-funded, and I admire you for that. I did fought hard also with my colleagues and government, but I hope now that they can look at us and recognise what you guys have done for paying your fares, accommodation, and everything in Gold Coast. It's not easy for 2 weeks, and then to follow it up in Samoa as well. But we're fortunate that the government able to pay for our accommodation. And thank you to the team from Asia Pacific, and also to the team that went to the Pacific Games.
We just kept playing, but then the officials came and said, stop. Niue has officially won the game. So they stopped it on the 17th end. And we just kind of stood there like shocked, like, did we just win the gold medal? Like, and of course, in terms of highlights of my life, that would have been one of them for me. And I have so much praise for Joy, who's a senior player and our role model as we were playing bowls, and also to my Kazia there, who was inspirational and hungry to get that gold medal for Niue. So thank you very, very much.
My mum introduced me to bowling. Thanks, Mum. So these medals are for you, my mum. And also my husband, Mark. He always pushed me and always encouraged me. And my family, my siblings and my family, always encouraged me to keep going. And so these are just not for me, but for all of us.
I've been playing bowls for 10 plus years, and finally I got a medal. Gold and silver. I'm so proud.
Your president had all the confidence that you will be very competitive in Samoa. I also expected a lot more from you, given the years, the sacrifices, the commitments that you have put in to your sport, and it has paid off. You have now set a very high benchmark for all athletes in Niue.
The top-ranking teams in the Pacific are Fiji, Samoa, Papua New Guinea, Norfolk Islands, and Cook Islands. They've been playing for a long, long time. And to win games amongst those teams is a huge effort for the team. I must acknowledge tonight too, this is not the first gold medal we have in the lone bowls, for your information. 2009, Niue won its first gold medal in lone bowls in the mini games in the Cook Islands, 2009.
And that's BCN News for tonight. Thank you for your company. Good night.